Hello, my country people. Welcome back to the news. As crisis along regional lines looms over President Bola Tinubu's tax reform bills before the National Assembly, the Senate has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing the tax reform bills, stressing that no aspect of the legislative process has been suspended or withdrawn. The Senate President, Senator Akpabio, stated during plenary on Thursday, November 5th, that the upper chamber remains focused on its mandate to represent Nigeria's interests and will not be intimidated by external pressures. Against the backdrop of the point of order raised by the leader of the Senate, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, Akpabio dismissed reports in the media suggesting that deliberations on the bill have been suspended or withdrawn. So, dismissing any attempt to pressure the chamber, the Senate President also stated that the Senate cannot be bullied. Any form of bulliness will not be tolerated. That they are quite convinced that the reforms are in the interests of Nigerians, that these bills contain provisions that are in the best interest of the public. The Senate leader, in his remarks, equally cautioned against misinformation from social media or media reports, urging the people to focus on facts. He also called out Arise Television, that Nigerians should not pay heed to Arise TV due to some misinformation, that they've not suspended or withdrew deliberations on the tax reform bill, and any attempt to intimidate the Senate is undiplomatic, that these bills are executive communications and only the executive arm can withdraw them as they remain steadfast in their legislative responsibilities. So he dismissed the claims that the Senate is always doing the biddings of the executive. But then Akpabio said that they don't take orders from anyone or any office, no matter how highly placed. We know that is not true, coming from Senator Godswill Akpabio. Senator Akpabio also stated that the Senate is not in a hurry and will do a thorough job on the bills before the House, and therefore taking further legislative actions on the bills, including the formation of the special committee representing Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones to engage with the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, to address continuous issues. The Senate President explained that public hearings and consultations with stakeholders, including governors, religious leaders, business leaders, are imperative to resolve any uncertainties. My country people, this is quite interesting. Now, as the crisis along regional lines looms, some northern leaders we know are not happy, and they seem to have changed strategy to ensure that the north is not hurt by any of this reform. Some northern leaders, some northern lawmakers have, kind of locked in series of meetings. Some of them have been locked in series of meetings on this issue. On this issue, so many persons, most especially the northern leaders, are seeking serious alternative. They are seeking serious alternative. So currently, the southern senators as a bloc are in support of these tax reform bills of President Tinubu, while the northern senators, most of who are against this move, are consulting. They are making their various consultation. Also, while the Senate is proceeding with legislative actions on the bills, the House of Representatives, some of the northern reps members are raising eyebrow to this issue. They are raising eyebrow to this. Yes, Senator Godswill Akpabio said the Senate has not suspended any legislative action on the 4 controversial bills, which was contrary to the decision taken in his absence on Wednesday when the Deputy Senate President Jubril presided over the plenary. On Wednesday, Jubril had said that the lawmakers suspended public hearing and legislative work on the bills to allow for a wider consultation. He raised a 10-man committee led by Senator Abamaro to engage with the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and the Justice Minister Lateef Fagbemi to address continuous issues in the bills. However, the Akpabio-led Senate reaffirmed its commitment to advancing the tax reform bills on Thursday, stressing that no aspects of the legislative process had been suspended or withdrawn. A few hours later, senators from the 6 states of the South-South political zone, where Akpabio hails from, under the aegis of South-South Senators Forum, threw their weight behind the tax reform bills, where they passed a vote of confidence in Akpabio and urged the South-South governors to also fall in line to the tune of the bills so that they will be on the same page. The Southern Senators, on the banner of the Nigerian Southern Senators Forum, backed the tax reform bill because they felt that yes, it will benefit Nigerians. It is in the benefit of Nigerians. So my country people, so many persons are speculating. The Norths are still skeptical for this issue. The Norths, they are still skeptical. They are worried that these bills could harm the North if passed as they were, that it will harm the North seriously. It will only affect, it will only like it will only benefit some states like Lagos State as they tagged it, that it will not benefit the northern states. So the committee of the northern senators and reps, they are making wilder consultations to making sure that yes, they come to a final conclusion on this issue. But then, according to President Tinubu, his tax reform bills is aimed to maximize benefits for all Nigerians, ensuring that there is a sustainable development and equitable economic growth across the nation. That is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had said regarding these tax reform bills. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this? The northern senators, the northern governors, some of them are not convinced. We know quite well that some of them are not convinced. But as time goes, as time goes by, uh, their their consultation will bring forth something because they are still in continuation of their consultation ahead of this tax reform bill project. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.